So today, what's going on, people of God? I just wanted to come on here real quick. So today, as I was riding into work, I felt like the Lord gave me a word regarding seed, and seed yielding its fruit, and the fruit, producing more of its kind, right? And the one thing that God did, man, he gave us, when he created this earth, he gave us dominion over this earth, right? And when he gave us dominion over this earth, it was up to us to basically take what he had given us and produce more, right? And the thing about a seed, right, is that whenever you put that seed in the ground, that seed is going to yield fruit, right? And so the revelation I got today, and maybe some of you had, thought about this before, or it may have been a revelation to you before, but all of a sudden, it's like the Lord gave me revelation. It's like we, as people, are made from the dust of the ground. So we are made of the earth, right? And so because we are made of the earth, there's a seed within us that is ready to produce fruit. So you have to ask yourself, what fruit am I producing? What fruit am I producing? Because see, you are a seed in the earth, and in the parable of the sower, it talks about how God, went and sowed. He sowed into the ground. And so he sowed into this earth, which is us. We're the seed, right? And it was always purpose for us to produce more like us, to take dominion over this earth, and to produce more. That way it sustains us. That way, we produce more of us as far as the fruits of the Spirit, the love, the kind, the joy, the peace, all of that, long suffering. And when we produce that, we see that in others also, right? So, God, he produced us in this earth. And it also goes on to say in the parable of the sower that, that there was the devil who came in and sowed tares. And so those tares, right, are things that look like the real thing, that talk like the real thing. But the thing about it is that it's not the real thing. And then you think about when Jesus came up to the fig tree, right? And in that fig tree, it looked all pretty. It looked real nice, but at the same time, it didn't produce any fruit. And because it didn't produce any fruit in its time, Jesus cast, a curse against it, and it withered away. And so, sometimes we have to ask ourselves, are we just sounding pretty? Are we just looking pretty? Am I just a pretty Christian? Do I just sound like a pretty Christian? It's all about what fruit that you producing. So I just want to encourage you guys, man, is don't just look pretty. Don't just sound pretty. Don't just do pretty, but actually produce fruit. And then when we produce that fruit, we'll see more love. We'll see more kindness. We'll see long suffering. We'll see those things that are the fruit of the Spirit. And so I just want to come on here and just say, hey, don't just look pretty, produce.